Good morning, children. Yesterday we were talking about plastics, right? So today we will study the uses of plastics. You know that plastics, they are extensively used in all the industries. It is also used in healthcare industries, right? So plastic, they are used for packing tablets. So here you are seeing that the plastic, it is used for packing tablets, right? Beside this, it is also used for making thread for stitching wounds, right? So whenever any person met with an accident or any operation is there, then the wound is stitched with the help of thread which is made up of plastic. So syringes, you know, disposable syringes, they are there which are used in medical industries. It is also made up of plastics. Now doctor gloves, I'll show you the doctor gloves. So this is the doctor glove, right? And many other medical instruments, they are made up of plastics. Beside this, plastic is used for making cookware, right? In microwave. Nowadays we are using microwave for many purposes for cooking food, right? So microwave oven is in microwave oven, the microwave safe utensils, they are used. So we used cookware which are made up of special type of plastics, right? So this is the cookware which can be used in microwave for cooking or for heating food, right? Now it is very important to note that Teflon is a special type of plastics, right? You might have seen in your kitchen while your mother cooks food in the kitchen, you might have seen this Teflon, right? So sandwich maker or your this tawa, right? Or your kadhai, all these, they are made up of Teflon, right? And Teflon, it is a special type of plastic. I'll show you the Teflon. So this is a Teflon, okay? And what is the special characteristics property of this Teflon? That oil and water doesn't get stick on this Teflon coating, right? So it is also a type of plastic, right? And it is used for making non-sticky coating on cookwares. Beside this, plastics, they are also used in fireproof material, right? You know that synthetic fiber, they catches fire easily. I told you yesterday that these synthetic fiber, they melt and they get stick to your body, as a result of which they can cause severe burns. But these plastic, they can be used as a fireproof material. The dress of firemen, right, which you might have seen, that the uniform of the firemen have a coating of melamine. Again, yes, in a previous lecture I told you about the melamine. So melamine is extensively used in making utensils, right? Dinner sets, they are made up of melamine, and utensils, they are made up of melamine, which is a type of plastics, right? So plastic have very extensive use, right? So in this uses of plastic, you have to remember the name of Teflon, right? Teflon coating is there on non-sticky pans, right, and cookwares, because Teflon does not allow oil and water to stick to it. That is why it is used for making non-stick coating on cookwares. Clear, children? Now we will study about biodegradable and non-biodegradable material, right? Biodegradable, as you all know, in class 6 you studied about biodegradable materials, a substance which get decomposed by the natural processes. And decomposers, class 7th you studied about the decomposers, that certain microbes and fungus, right, certain microbes like bacteria and fungus, they act as a decomposer. And what is their function? They decompose complex organic substance to simpler substance which can be used again by the plants, right? But certain substances, they cannot be degraded by these microbes, right? So biodegradable substances you can use for making compost. So it is advised that biodegradable substance or the wet waste should always be thrown in a separate bin. If you are using your in a household, if your mother is using in the kitchen, mainly the wet waste comes in kitchen. So for dumping this wet waste, separate bin should be there, and this wet waste can be used for making compost, right? So I'll show you certain biodegradable materials. So here you are seeing vegetable and fruit peels, right? These are the vegetable and fruit peels. Orange peel, it is there, cucumber peel, and this coriander, it is there. So these wet waste or fruits and vegetable peels, they can easily be decomposed by microbes and converted into simpler form, which can be used by us again in the form of compost. So this is about biodegradable substances, right? Now we will study about non-biodegradable. Just reverse of biodegradable, it is said to be non-biodegradable, right? A substance which not easily decomposed by natural processes, right? So microbes are not capable of degrading these material into simpler form. So what will happen if these material, they will not get decomposed? If they will not get decomposed, they will be dumped in our surroundings, right? So the dumping problem of these non-biodegradable material, it is a great issue. So where to dump all these material which is non-biodegradable? As you all know that plastic is a non-biodegradable material. That is why nowadays government is imposing ban on the use of plastic, because plastic has many disadvantages also, so which we will study later on. Okay, so these non-biodegradable material, they are very, very harmful because they are not decomposed by the natural processes by microbes. Okay, so this plastic bottle, this is non-biodegradable, right? It is not decomposed by the microbes like bacteria and fungi. Okay, now these plastic, they are very popular nowadays, right? Because it has many useful properties which we discussed in a previous lecture, that plastic, it is chemically unreactive. That is why it is used for storing food items, right? And many chemicals, they are also stored in plastic bottles because they are unreactive. Besides this, plastic, I told you in a previous lecture that they are poor conductor of heat and electricity. That is why they are used for making handles of cooking utensils, or screwdriver, or pliers, which we can use, tester, which we are using in electricity, right? And they can be molded into different shapes also. I told you about the thermoplastic, which can be molded, and many things can be made from these thermoplastic, right? And they are quite cheap because they are made up of chemical, and their handling is also very simple, and they are long lasting also, right? They are very light. Earlier we used to if you talk to your granny, you will come to know that many years before, generally people don't prefer these plastic articles. They use mainly steel or iron articles, but these iron articles, they were quite heavy. If the bucket made up of, if you will see the bucket made up of iron, it is quite heavy in comparison to plastic. As plastic is very light, therefore nowadays we are preferring the use of plastic, right? But now, due to all these properties, it has become very much popular. But the most important disadvantage of plastic is that it is very harmful for our environment, right? And that is why nowadays this how to reduce the use of plastic, it has become a burning issue, right? So how plastic is harmful for environment, this we will study. Okay, you know that plastic is non-biodegradable material. Non-biodegradable means it takes many years to decompose, even it does not get decomposed at all, right? So due to this biodegradable property, non-biodegradable property of plastic, it is very harmful for our environment. So whenever, if you eat something and you throw the wrapper of that eatable here and there in the road or in the soil, what will happen? This will get collected there as it is not decomposed, and you are throwing all the plastic waste in the soil. So this will, what will happen? This will the microorganisms which are living below soil, they will start dying, because plastic doesn't have pores, so it will not allow air to come inside, as a result of which the microorganism will die due in the absence of microorganism, as well as friendly organism like earthworm, they will die, right? And many other animals which live below the soil, they will die, right? So this plastic, it is very, very harmful. Besides this, root will also not grow very much well if plastic is there in the soil, because again plastic is had no pores. This will not allow air to come inside in the soil, and root will not also get, as it does not decompose, so root will not get place to spread, and it will not be able to take its nourishment from the soil, right? So this that is why plastic is very harmful for our environment. Besides this, many animals, actually animals doesn't eat plastic. In search of food, when they roam here and there and they found the food inside the plastic polythene is there, or any plastic container it is there, along with that plastic polythene, they eat the food. Actually they are eating food, but along with that food, that plastic also goes inside their body, and this plastic may clog their respiratory lining, as well as it can form a plastic lining in their stomach, right? And due to this plastic lining, it is very, very harmful for that organism, and that animal may die due to this plastic lining and the clogging of their respiratory system due to plastic. Now the most important, the most harmful effect of plastic is that if you burn the plastic, it will release. If you burn the plastic, what will happen? It will release very, very poisonous fumes that is very harmful for our environment, and it may cause air pollution, right? So that is why we should not use plastic, and we have to reduce the use of plastic, because now we are totally dependent on plastic, right? So we should slowly we have to reduce the use of this plastic, right? So what are the preventive measures which we can take to what are the preventive measures which we can take to avoid the use of this plastic, right? So we can reduce the use of plastic. Instead of plastic, we can use cloth bag, we can use jute bag, right? And any recyclable bags we can use, right? And we do not dump plastic material here and there. We should if you are using the plastic articles, and we have to throw that plastic bottles and all, we should throw them, or we should dump it in a separate bin, so that it can be sent to the recycling unit, and that plastic can be recycled, right? So you know that plastic can be recycled, so it can be sent to the factories, and separate bins or separate bins should be there for dry waste and wet waste, right? So in a school, you know that three bins they are there: green bins, blue bins, yellow bins. Different types of bins they are kept in a school, so that we can, and it is a your responsibility that wet waste should not be mixed with a dry waste like plastic, aluminium, glass, glass articles, etc. Okay, so you should dispose these plastic separately. Now you are seeing here in this picture that how this plastics they are causing pollution. Plastic is dumped here and there, and you are seeing that it is not it does not get decomposed. So after some time, if we will not reduce the use of plastic, a whole earth will be we will see in a surroundings the articles made up of plastics. Okay, now we come to how we can save our environment. So we can save our environment from the plastic by using 4 R's principle. First is reduce, right? We should reduce the use of plastic, right? Instead of this plastic, we can use jute bags. Whenever you are going to the market, you have to carry jute bags with you, or cloth bags with you, or recyclable bags with you, so that the use of plastic can be reduced, because it has become habit of everybody that whenever you are going to market, you are not taking your own bag, because the greengrocer or any person, or if you go to any confectionery shop, they give you various things inside a plastic bag. But as a responsible citizen, it is your duty that you don't have to use that bag, and you have to make aware that fellow also that how plastics they are very harmful for environment. So you should always carry jute bags or cloth bag. Earlier a mother used to carry the cloth bag or the jute bag along with to bring things from the market, right, when the use of plastic was not there. Now the second principle is reuse. Okay, so because suddenly we cannot prevent the use of this plastic, as it has very much useful properties also. So if you are purchasing anything which is there in the plastic things they are there, so you reuse those plastic things. Like if this Bonvita bottle is there, or if this pickle bottle is there, then what you have to, after using that pickle or Bonvita or any other thing, jams or etc., you can reuse that bottle for keeping spices or for keeping pulses, right, etc. Okay, so reuse is a better option than recycle, right? If then third what you can do, you can recycle. You know, thermoplastic can be recycled. Thermosetting plastic cannot be recycled, but thermoplastic can be recycled. So you can use those plastic item, you can send all those plastic item into the factory where the recycling process takes place, okay, for making buckets, mugs, etc. So that recycled plastic cannot be used for storing food items, right? Keep this thing in mind, that the recycled plastic is not good for storing these food items. So it can be used for making toys, buckets, mugs, etc. right? So this much. And fourth is refuse, right? Refuse means don't use plastic at all. Whenever anybody is using, you don't use that plastic, right? So that will be the good for our environment if we are using very less plastic or no plastic. So here we end our third chapter of NCERT, that is synthetic fibers and plastics. Okay, so this much for today, children. Thank you very much. Now children, I will show you one video which will tell how plastic is harmful for our environment. Cow is eating the plastic and dying. Because animal cannot distinguish between food and plastic. So we should keep the things in a proper bin. So during rain, these plastic articles, they can block the drains. So please do not throw plastic inside the drains or here and there. Burning of plastic emit poisonous gases. So burn plastic in a fire use in a dustbin. So in the presence of plastic, root also cannot grow well.